You ever see a player walk into a club like he owns the place? Not because he bought it, but because his aura already paid the rent? Yeah, that was Zlatan Ibrahimovic when he pulled up to AC Milan. Now let's set the scene real quick. This is 2010. Milan. Sleeping giant. History heavy, trophies stacked, but lately? Kinda quiet. Not the same fear factor. Not the same energy. The streets of Europe weren't checking for Milan like that anymore. So what do? They go get Zlatan. Not just any striker. We're talking about a walking headline. A man who doesn't just play football, he announces himself. Confidence on 100. Ego on 1,000. Talent. Don't even question it. But here's the twist. Zlatan wasn't coming in fresh. Nah, he just came off that weird situation at FC Barcelona with Pep Guardiola. You know, the system clash, the cold shoulder, the you don't fit here energy. So when Milan picked him up on loan, this wasn't just a transfer. This was revenge season. And oh, Zlatan took that personally. From day one, you could feel it. The swagger. The attitude. The I'm him energy. He didn't come to adapt. He came to take over. First few games. Impact. Goals. Assists. Link-up play. Leadership. Zlatan wasn't just scoring. He was commanding. Every attack went through him. Every defender had him in their nightmares. He was out there bullying center-backs like it was personal business. And Milan. They started waking up. Because when Zlatan is locked in, the whole team levels up. Suddenly guys around him are moving different. Confidence up. Intensity up. That belief. Back. And let's not ignore the chemistry. You had players like Robinho, Alexander Pato, young, talented, but inconsistent. Zlatan walks in and suddenly there's structure. There's accountability. There's a leader in the room who demands more. Not politely. Loudly. Because that's Zlatan. Now here's where it gets serious. This wasn't just about vibes. This was about results. Serie A wasn't soft. You still had strong teams, organized defenses, tactical battles every week. But Milan. They started climbing. Game by game, point by point. And Zlatan. He kept delivering. Clutch goals. Big moments. No fear. You could see it. Milan weren't just competing anymore. They were hunting. And then, boom. 2010-11 season ends with AC Milan lifting the Serie A title. Yeah, you heard that right. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came in for one season and brought the league back to Milan after years of waiting. That's not impact. That's domination. That's, I told you I'm the guy. And let's talk about what that meant. Because this wasn't just a trophy. This was a statement. Milan were back. Not as a memory. Not as a historic name. But as a real force again. And Zlatan. He was the face of that comeback. Of course, Milan made the move permanent after that. They weren't letting him go. No chance. And Zlatan stayed doing Zlatan things. More goals. More leadership. More moments where you're just like, how does he even do that? But here's the real story people don't always talk about. Zlatan didn't just give Milan goals. He gave them identity. See, football clubs can lose their way. It happens. Too many changes, not enough belief, no real leader to pull everyone together. Zlatan came in and said, nah, this is Milan. Act like it. That mentality. That's contagious. And yeah, later years came with ups and downs. Injuries, age catching up a little. But even when he left and came back again years later, same energy, same presence, same Zlatan. Because some players rely on form. Zlatan. He is the form. Now let's be real for a second. Not every big transfer works out. We've seen stars move and disappear. We've seen hype crash and burn. But this was different. Because Zlatan to AC Milan wasn't just a good move. It was the perfect move at the perfect time. A club that needed a leader. And a player who needed to remind the world who he was. That combination. Dangerous. And if you're sitting there thinking, nah, that's just hype, go check the numbers, go watch the games, go listen to the players who were in that dressing room. They'll tell you, Zlatan changed everything. So next time someone asks you about iconic transfers, don't just talk about the flashy ones. Talk about the ones that shift energy. Talk about the ones that bring giants back to life. Talk about Zlatan to Milan. And if you're rocking with this kind of real, unfiltered football storytelling, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, stay locked in, and keep coming back. Because on this channel, we don't chase stories. We own them.